I'm so mad, y'all. That shit crashed so fucking quick. And I bet it's gonna do it again. Which means I should be very concerned. Very concerned. Sorry about that. Everything crashed on my end.
Yeah, I saw that you were it said you were streaming, and sorry I missed your first call. I was taking a wicked yes.
I turned you all the way up and almost killed my ears.
Sorry about that.
You're fine. You're fine. I fixed the volume on my end.
Okay. Yeah, sorry I missed your first call. I was taking a wicked yes, and I heard it from the other room. I was just like, pee faster? What's up?
I was calling to check on you. You were literally playing TF2. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just probably drop in on you and see what you're doing. And then you stop playing TF2. I'm like, oh.
I started playing Metal Gear. Yes, I played TF2, and man, let me tell you, I think I have what is known as the streamer curse.
What do you mean?
Every time I play myself some regular, just chilling games of TF2, my teams be dominating. The moment I go on stream, everybody on my team is trying to meme or fuck around, and we just go against the most sweaty, try-hard, you don't get to play this game niggas we've ever seen.
Well, basically, I'm out here just testing out these few extra things, but these few extra things to the stream may be what's breaking the camel's back on my computer. I'm just like, oh, that's not a good thing.
Yeah. Oh wait, one thing did happen and it really fucking sucks. New tablet, it just stopped working.
New tablet? You mean a drawing tablet?
Yep.
Huh.
It just, I plug it in, I hear the you plugged it in sound, and then I look at the screen and it don't come on.
Jeez.
Yeah, and what's worse is about it, I paid $100+ for this, so I was just like, why did this thing just die on me? And I looked up stuff about it, and there's like other people that said, yeah, I see the red light and it's just not working, and there hasn't been any explanation as to why. It's like it just turned off one day, didn't cut, like it just doesn't cut on, and they have no explanation for it.
Speaking of just not cutting on,
I'm kind of upset because like that.
I'm trying to figure out why my game controller is doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around because like I kept the warranty for this thing.
Where?
It's in a box somewhere, so I'm gonna see if I can get it sent back to Amazon and be like, what the fuck happened? Why did this break? Why did this stop working?
Not only does that suck, I don't think I'm able to use this controller.
Wait, say again?
My new controller, it's not being picked up through the software that I'm trying to get it picked up through. Like this for Windows, it's like, nah, B.
That's fucking weird. I spent most of today bullying Roxy in Animal Crossing.
How the fuck do you bully someone in Animal Crossing?
Pitfall traps.
I don't quite follow.
So there's something that you can, remember how Villager can just dig something up, you walk over, you get buried?
No. The only real reference I really got for Animal Crossing is Smash.
Like one of the things, you remember how like Isabelle plants the little Lloyd rocket, but when Villager plants something, he plants something in the ground that if you walk over it, you become buried. So in Animal Crossing, that's actually a thing that you can do to other players. And so every few days, usually on the weekend, Rox will open up her town. I'll bring her some items. We trade, for furniture and items that the other doesn't have.
Right.
And whoever you have put in as your best friends on your on Animal Crossing are people that can't really do anything to change your environment, but they can terraform. They can pick up trees, plants, and plant things of their own.
Right.
I said I pretty much went into Roxy's town, gave her some items, looked around. She was like, "Hey, look at some of the new stuff." I said, "Oh, that's neat." I went over there to a crafting table and just kept crafting pitfall traps. And then I proceeded to place them all around her island. And it doesn't do anything to you besides, make you fall in a trap.
Right.
So I proceeded to put these all over Rox's island. And while she was just getting mad, stop it, I keep falling in holes. And I'm just like, you're going to fall in more. So I went around the whole town just bullying her. She's trying to hit me with a net. I'm plopping down more of them. And she goes off to find them. She goes around my town because, to avoid falling into one, all you gotta do is pick it up with your shovel.
Right.
So while she was doing that, I went and crafted more and then just placed more. And it just became a game of cat and mouse. Where she was just trying to stop me from planting more and even tried to put some down to trap me. And all I did was dig them up and place them in worse places. She couldn't leave her house without falling in a hole, dude. And then finally, when she said, "Oh, I gotta go somewhere," I was like, "All right, that's cool." And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna plant." I was like, "All right, I'm planting more before I leave." She's like, "No." I was like, "Yes." And from what I was told, but while I was when she got back on Discord, the first thing I saw for her was there are too many damn pitfall traps. She called me on Discord. She had fallen in 3 since she started the game. We talked for a little bit, and then that shit went up. She found 2, and then fell in 8 more. It was great hearing her just be like, "Why would you do? You're evil." I was like, "No." It was like yes, I have to let it out every now and then.
At least it's not the evil that harms others.
Yes, it's just light bullying. No real damage or badness comes from this type of bullying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I'm playing some Metal Gear Solid. I got in the mood to play it some more.
Nice.
Besides your wait, what's not gonna work out?
I'm trying to get this game, trying to get my controller working on the game, and that's not happening. Do I have my old controller somewhere? I don't remember where it is.
Did you start the game before or after you plugged it in?
That changes nothing.
Yeah,
in this situation. In fact,
and
it's
Steam
not pulling up the game at all. Oh,
yeah.
You know why it's not pulling up the game at all? Game capture. But yeah, I can't play a game. Can't play Halo without a controller. That's just not happening.
Very true. I don't care what anybody says. I'll play TF2 with a controller.
I can play TF2 without a controller. That's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
I know it's a different story for you.
Oh yeah, but I can do well with it. And man, it's kind of fun. Let's see.
Can't use this. I also need to go into this game settings, find the audio. I don't want to take down the game volume. I won't. Sucks. But yeah, the little soundtrack thing works. The extra scene I gave myself works. If you look closely, you can see the Andromeda thing work.
But it didn't work, yeah. Like, you know, every time
it's always just small improvement.
By the amount of by who is got VTuber avatars, I'm just like, man, somebody must have designed it for them because that shit's cool.
Wait, what? Fever, run that back.
Okay, so I've been just looking around and just looking at videos, and I just keep being increasingly surprised by the amount of, like, you know, folks with VTuber avatars now.
Right.
And I mean, like, straight up, well-known YouTubers.
Yeah, I mean, there's, as I've explained this already, a lot of people have already kind of been into it. You know, it's just the recent thing that blew up.
Yeah. Cause you know who I saw had a VTuber avatar? I was like, oh shit, didn't know he had one.
Who?
Anthony Padilla. And his avatar looks dope.
Man, I can't play Halo. But yeah, Anthony Padilla. The name's not ringing a bell for me.
One half of Smosh. You know, the member of Smosh that left.
I didn't watch Smosh back then, sorry.
Okay, like, you know, of the you remember there was always two dudes, right?
That much I had an idea of.
Yeah, one of the taller one left.
Still don't know Smosh.
Okay. But yeah, Anthony was one of the two founding members of Smosh, and he left. And like he had a VTuber avatar, and his avatar looked pretty dope.
No controller, so I can't play any game with a controller. And if I did what I think I did, I'm not even able to play the games that these controllers will work for.
Oh shit.
Gonna check Blaze Blue really quick.
Yeah. Thanks for dropping by on that just chat stream I did.
That's fine.
But it started out as a chat stream, and then everybody disappeared. I assumed everybody had something that they needed to do.
Yep, my controller drivers are dead.
So it's the drivers that are.
I don't know. Well, yes and no. First, it just wasn't picking up the controller at all. So I tried to delete the driver, and they're like, "Hey, stop." So now I'm gonna have to figure that out later. In the meantime, I'm just gonna be like, well, this fucking sucks.
There were no updates or anything.
I'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
I just can't play any of those games.
He's the one who destroyed your base 9 years ago. The XOF Cyber Strike Force.
I'm gonna be applying for Ross because I heard one of the best things I've ever heard about a job here at Ross. Here at Ross, Deuce, and Gabby told me something that was hilarious.
What's up?
Gabby told me that dealing with a very the usual customer with a stank ass attitude, complete and total bitch and all that.
Right.
Gabby told me that after dealing with them all smiles, like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have that. They said you were too nice to them.
Yeah.
I heard you don't got to be that nice to customers. I was just like, can I cuss them out? No. A retailer that says you don't gotta sit there and just let them lay into you. Sounds like heaven.
Well, I mean, technically, I am streaming at the moment. I don't have to take customer shit either.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing to have. Like,
yeah.
Because
don't worry about it.
I don't know why folks think that. Like, man, all these people that think they are above everybody else. I was like, man, I want to swap places with you and just be terrible, just so you know what it feels like.
I don't want to fucking swap places with them. Let them stay in their fucking whatever better hole they fucking came from.
Fair enough. I'm just the kind of person that believes strongly. I was like, man, you need to get hit with some of that truth juice.
Apparently, a couple of hours ago, someone that knew a member in my family was shot and killed over at Red Rock, apparently.
Oh.
Shot 7 times. Love to see it.
Of course, it was Red Rock.
Always Red Rock. The famous.
Place is famously terrible.
I'd just be like, why? I can't really be. I don't want to be here. I gotta get out, but I can't.
Yeah. Keep going back.
Just every time the decision to come back here comes to the conversation, there's blatant anger. So,
like, you can literally die just for being around. Speaking of which, man, something no one I know, but like some terrible shit happened over here too.
Ah, shit.
But and I shit you not, like, if I hadn't been like 10 minutes late, I probably could have been in the crossfire.
Yeah.
Pretty much I just I went for a ride, went to go get some food. Cause I was like, I'm hungry, I'm gonna get some Milos and then go check in at my GameStop. I went over there, spoke to a guy. The guy's like, the passed by guy, and the guy was like, hey, be careful. There was just a shooting over there. I was like, wait, what? Oh, yeah, he's like, yeah, over there, Walmart. Guy got shot in the face. I was like, oh, crap. And I rode up, talked to my coworkers, and they was like, yeah, someone got shot over there. And then a couple of Walmart employees came into the store. I'm like, what happened over there? He was like, two dudes got into a falling out. They started shooting, and a man inside of his work truck got hit in the jaw. Like, man, he was just a man working for the water company, just sitting in his car doing paperwork or on break. And then two cowards decided, I don't want to fight. I'm gonna shoot my gun. And somebody else got hurt.
People continue to suck, basically.
Everybody's got too much pride and ego to admit that they're being unruly, cowardly, and just plain unreasonable.
I can only play something that I can actually click and play. Well, I definitely can't put Spooky Starlets up.
Muse Dash?
I play with controller.
Valhalla?
It was a test stream, and Valhalla's are strictly for Fridays, and I've been good at keeping that.
Fair enough.
I mean, Granted, not many come through for those, but I kind of didn't expect a large turnout. Everyone that's played and enjoyed Valhalla has already played and enjoyed Valhalla. So it's nice to see some new people getting into it, and I just want to give it a shot myself.
Yeah. What about some of the? I'm about to say, have you done a couple of just chatting streams? Also,
I don't really do just chatting streams because I know while I can do it, I don't feel like I have enough regulars to just have that type of conversation with. On the very off chance that the resident doggo joins me in the chat, I don't really have anyone to have a long conversation with.
Fair enough. Okay, good. That wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I was afraid that the music I had playing in the background was gonna show up on stream, and I did not want that to happen to you.
It's fine. Remember, I'm not an affiliate or anything either. I'm not too concerned about getting nicks for that.
Yeah, but you can still get got.
Not too concerned about getting nicks for it if I'm not even making money off this.
Fair enough.
I do it because I like it, man. If I can make money from it, there's my bonus. But I don't think that wouldn't be coming anytime soon. With such a big boom, and me knowing that I myself, while my style has its own unique flair, it's still an amalgamation of a bunch of people who kind of paved the way, made it, established it. There's always a sense of, yeah, it may be me, but is it really me?
Yeah.
Because I know my actual self talking and what you normally get during streams. There's some truth in it, but I guess it's not enough, you know?
Yeah. Then again, all the folks that got involved just did one dumb thing that kind of worked, and after that, it became a case of
well, people go viral for anything, so I don't know. I don't know what I would feel about that, really. I'm happy that you are an entertaining person, and heck, you helped me take some of the paths that I've taken today, but I know I don't know that person personally. So
yeah.
Nowadays it's like, damn, it's a good thing y'all made it. I'm gonna see you though someday. But I just hope that what is me can shine through.
Yeah. Ooh, we look at this place.
I could test with DJ Max respect, but that is nothing but copyrighted music. So.
The what?
Rhythm game.
Oh.
I also just start up Eternal Return and see if Wade's still trying to play. The music stuff is working, I can tell by the game sound in the background. I checked my actual Twitch page to make sure that wasn't bugging out. Have you heard of the soundtrack app for Twitch where they've curated music for streamers to use?
Yeah, all the songs that you can use. Yeah.
Yeah. I was testing it out just to see. It's like, oh, damn, this is way better than Silence.
Yeah. Not to mention the fact that a couple of YouTubers that I follow, you might know them, Internet City, Aaron and Mikey. They're like there are a couple of like, I mean, they're reaction YouTubers where they do a bunch of stuff. They actually go on ghost hunts and shit, or at least they go into haunted places just so.
A character died twice. Double dead.
Man, I wasn't able to go over to his place because my uncle's birthday was on the 22nd. He's 81 now.
Old for the Lord.
Yep. And on the let's see. And on the 24th, well, we had family over.
Okay.
I was entertaining my little cousin. I'm trying to teach her how to play Beat Saber.
So you're torturing them.
No. I'm actually teaching her how to play Beat Saber. Because she really likes Beat Saber.
Oh, right. That reminds me. Sabato also sent me Beat Saber as well, so eventually I have to torture myself.
Oh man, we're gonna be.
I don't know. Because I'm not looking to do the mods or any of that stuff that y'all are doing. I'm gonna try a couple of the games. I mean, a couple of the songs. Hopefully find that favorite like I find with every rhythm game. Play it a couple of times and then wonder, why has it been like 3 months and I've not touched this game anymore?
Fair enough. I took a liking to Beat Saber myself, and right now it's just a case of, man, I wish I had felt the inclination to play this like more like when it first was touched.
Right.
But yeah, when it came to the mods, like when it came to the mods, what the? How did a dude just die?
Really gonna have to.
Why did a dude just die?
I definitely probably shouldn't stream Koikatsu Party. Because while creating a character, you click one wrong thing. And boom, titty on your fucking screen. That's it. It's over with. We don't need that. I don't need to get banned for that.
Fair enough.
Like, yeah, we can make OCs and have a really good time. I'm not a clever man. Would play Payday, but I don't have people to really play it with.
Yeah, I'm not a Payday fan myself. Sorry, man.
No.
As much as picking the lock is hilarious to me, I don't want it.
I want to ask people who's robbing me.
Here.
I don't play Left 4 Dead 2 with keyboard and mouse. I somewhat play Apex keyboard and mouse, but I wanted to learn it with controller.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'd be more comfortable using it on controller. I mean, of course I'd be more comfortable because, well, it's a shooter. It's a highly mobile shooter. But then I'd also need like an Xbox controller rather than my DS4s. I can probably pick up the game keyboard and mouse, but the times that I have played it, well, there were definitely less than stellar times. I still wouldn't mind playing it with others, but I think any and like everyone that I've offered to play it with, save like my homies with the Bama FGC, kind of denied me joining in. I just never got the opportunity to like ask them. So you know how that goes.
Yeah.
So what's up with that one?
I use my bionic arm. Whenever you use a bionic arm action, that's the sound they play.
What game are you playing? Oh, wait, you're playing Metal Gear, and it makes that sound? Is it a mod?
it makes that sound. No, it's the sound that's just in the game. Whenever you use whenever you use your bionic arm for something, you just hear that sound.
That reminds
like
me,
wherever you
I have just Shapes and Beats.
Hey.
So I could. Well, no. Yes, but I'll probably be more comfortable playing that with controller too. There's so many freaking games I'm like, I just want to lean back to my controller. Recently got Haven. Hey, Gav. Like, I saw the game you were playing, dude. It was pretty. Like I said, I saw some of the gameplay earlier. I'm not sure how many months back, but I did see I think Staparu post some videos about it, and it was pretty great. Like, it looked good. I'm not sure if that game would necessarily be for me though, but I'm just like, fuck, I do like watching it though. Like, cause the movement, the combos that can be landed, and that mobility that you're able to do with like the wire and shit, all of that was dope. I'm currently just testing like several things at once. So, can my computer handle this? Can my computer handle the slight background change with the moving background? Can the does this Twitch soundtrack thing work? And are you able to see whatever songs being played on my main page? I checked those few tests, and everything's been working so far. So it's nice small additions and stuff. Everything's feel good except the lowered vertical sensitivity. Lowered vertical sensitivity definitely bites. Like, it's been so long since I've just listened to just any playlist that was like, hey, here's like progressive house music. It's been almost like a decade. It feels nice. Not almost a decade, but it's been 6 years, give or take. I don't know what games that I play with like keyboard and mouse. Well, I know what games, but I don't know if I really want to play them right now. Let me check the emulator games. I have to click through those. Because I'm probably not going to play for terribly long. Because I've already nearly passed out. Because of course, as per usual, work is tiring. When is it not? Let's see. Are they all playing Tekken together over there? No. A few folks are playing Tekken. 'Cause I know I saw Vontae playing it. Everyone over there is definitely playing Final Fantasy 14. Ah, damn, the homie. Way it is over in his channel. Boss is in his channel, and sister is in her channel. work bad. Play Naraka. Grind Grand Blue. Technically, I do need to pick up a fuck ton of rainbow crystals, because once I get all the rainbow crystals, I can finally get the Juten characters. Did you get the SSR ticket off Proving Grounds? I'm pretty darn certain I did not. Like, I am almost convinced that I did not go hard enough for it. I probably do need to do that. Need 100 medals? I tried to log in daily to do it, but my mind realistically has been stuck on doing finals. So like, the main thing I'm just thinking about and panicking about is like, yo, it's finals week, panic. I need a different emulator software to use. BlueStacks tends to crash the games a lot. And I need something that'll consistently not crash. I'm worried BlueStacks is crashing my PC. I feel you. BlueStacks isn't crashing my PC. BlueStacks 5 is out. Because it looks like I'm still on the 4th edition. That may not help my case, honestly. Like, it's one of those, man, I just probably need to consider something different. Kinda lazy about moving everything over. I understand. I just would seriously like an emulator that doesn't crash the games I download, like frequently, and doesn't require me to have an entirely different window just to log into Princess Connect, because it has to run the game in 64-bit. I could run my head ragged, check out Mahjong Soul, but I'm already having a light headache right now. Maybe I shouldn't try and learn Mahjong. I will mess you up in Mahjong. I can't even play Mahjong. I can't even play Uno. Well, no, I guess I'm kind of playing Uno, but yeah, I completely believe it. It'd be weird if you can't beat me in Mahjong, you know? The only cool thing that I got working with BlueStack was when I got Bang Dream to properly correspond with the buttons. In fact, I think I can show you an example of that. Oh. Hi, Garen. It's finals week for me. I finished my shift at work and just relatively exhausted. I'm tired, but I can't sleep. I try and take the 10 milligrams of melatonin and then stay up till 5 a.m. because, yeah, that ain't working. So, whenever I pass out and wake up, I'll have to dedicate like the rest of the day to studying everything inside of my class and trying to figure out what does it mean to take a healthy break. Because I have to make sure I take a healthy break from the studying to get back to the studying and not just lose all track of time. Let's see if I can pull up my emulator. Emulator. That's true. Let's see if this game wants to work for me. Because it may crash. As I said, it may crash. It heckin' crashed. I don't need BlueStacks anymore. Oh, BlueStacks need to get the fuck out. I used to use Nox. Yeah, I used to use Nox myself, and Nox was weird. Like, it worked, but I was always constantly worried. You're trying to learn Tekken for no valid reason? Fair enough. Have you found a character that you're like, hell yeah, that's my guy? I wish BlueStacks worked. Well, it worked well for me. Some people were able to skate with it, but maybe it's my settings. I can know. Back to camera only. I just want to play something that I use my keyboard and mouse with because my controllers are all dead. Did I used to play Risk of Rain with keyboard and mouse? I feel like I played with that with a controller, but I also like played the engineer and lazily sat on my ass.
You played TF2?
Basically. But then when the difficulty rose up and you didn't pick up any items in that game, you get your shit slapped. And I got my shit slapped. For stance game. I'm looking at Double Jam because he's got a balanced Mishima execution style. Makes sense. A lot of people that don't play a Mishima plays Double Jam. If that makes sense.
He's cool and edgy.
The flight, the bullying. You have a hell sweep. You have electric inputs, if I remember right.
The edge.
Hi, Hard.
The edge, too. Don't forget the edge.
Grand Blue just captured me. That's the thing. Yes. If you play Grand Blue Fantasy for too long of a time, they will send you a capture to make sure that you're not botting. Because the game's a grind, dude. If you go that hard in the game, they're gonna be like, yo, just trying to make sure you ain't got like an automated clipper going on you.
Yeah, because like we want you to keep playing the game, but we don't want you to.
We want you to keep playing the game forever. You play the game. Don't try none of that fancy crap. That's how I almost got screwed over for the VeraMate thing, and I'm still sad about that because they were so vague, and then boom, transparency, and it just none of it made sense. mean, technically I'm botting because I'm just full auto farming while watching streams. My brain's a robot. Yeah, but you are also actively monitoring the game and starting over. So while you are in an automatic state, they're at least just checking to make sure it's not just automated clicking. Jin from Tekken 3 plus other shit. Yeah, like beams and wings. Wings and things.
And edgy. It's so edgy.
Yosto Shitiaro or something like that.
Edgy.
It's also hitbox learning. See my new piece? I saw your gripes about trying to post it.
Found it.
But I didn't see the new piece myself. I'll probably have to check the Discord for that one.
I stole a song.
You stole a song?
Yeah, so one of the
From the games, right?
You get cassettes.
Oh, okay.
Because like this game is, this game is technically not even technically. This game is a sequel to Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, I know. I ain't play it, but I watched so many goddamn videos about it and about like what it means and just like, God,
Yeah, it's about love.
Metal Gear Solid 5 is, for some people it's, I don't get it. For some people it's, fuck Metal Gear. And for some people it's, this is God's greatest gift on this earth. For me,
I gotta put this.
it's just like, damn, I like how it does tie some things together, and the most important parts for some people is like, I wouldn't have thought of that reason or that interpretation or that perspective. Because I mean, do you know about 5? Like, do you know the whole story of 5, or are you playing through everything now?
I'm playing through everything now.
Then I have to shut up.
It's not too much of a problem for me.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's the...
I know a problem for some folks is the, not like a bad problem, but a problem for some folks is not being able to shut up about the Kimetsu no Yaiba movie. People went to watch the Demon Slayer movie. It's like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it sometime this week. And I was gonna, and the first thing I was gonna do was like, hey, I wonder if, oh wait.
Yeah, I'm carless. I can't go.
Yeah, that's why it sucks. And I'm just like,
Oh, it's an entire Imgur album. So I saw the wires. I did not see the buttons. I'm looking at it now. It looks so simplistic. I personally love the colors. And I'm pretty sure you already had the stick art for it done, so I'm pretty sure you're gonna apply that at some point. But it looks really good. Alright, let me find chat again, because I don't have chat up. Alright. I was not good at MG. Oh, hey Ronnie. I was not good at MGS5, but I had fun. Didn't get very far. I played like part of the first mission. Wait, not even. I played like that prequel thing for MGS5. I'll watch it, but dang, this new season is hidden. Oh man, MGS5 puts together 30 plus years of gaming. We ain't spoiling. Yeah, Focus Attack is backed up like 2 months. Yeah. I'm caught up with chat.
I didn't know Ronnie popped in on your streams every now and then.
Not that Ronnie.
Oh.
I wish that Ronnie. That Ronnie is doing his own thing. He's blown up immensely, and we're all happy for him. It sucks that what happened at last Comic-Cons happened, so I won't be able to see him there anymore, but you know, well, not so much as won't see him there. I guess I won't see him there as a guest, if that makes sense. So it's not like he'd be an honorary guest. He probably just wouldn't be welcome there anymore. Period. But I know there was some sort of split or divide that I was completely unaware of. Because during the convention, and I think I've told you this before, one of the folks close to him was asking me like if I was on like a particular side or anything like that, and I was just like, I had no fucking idea what they were referring to. And I'm not sure if I should interpret it as, hey, are you going to be against, you know, the place that kind of brought you out of the depths of your own hell, or, you know, side with some new friends that you've made because of the place that brought you out of the depths of your own hell. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
The wiring is garbage trash, but it works well. Got a good test today. Were you testing it out on Tekken? And Runny, if you're still in chat, are y'all still playing over in Breeze server? I'm not looking to join. I can't use my controller right now. I can't use any controller. I can't even use Fight Stick. All of my drivers are shot, and I'd have to reset this entire computer. And if I have to turn this off, I'm going to bed. Or by going to bed, I would sooner just stare at my phone and watch TikToks for the rest of the night.
Well, what about some VR chat stuff?
You can go into desktop mode. I still haven't figured out how to properly do a stream and have my VR headset on. I still have to figure that out.
You basically have to boot up your VR headset first and have the window ready, and the game will still see that window. Like it'll always.
I kind of figured. But
as long as you pick the window.
The way that I have it working though is that I still have to use the virtual keyboard. That eats up so much of what my internet's going to be using. I'm kind of worried that if I try and stream with using the virtual desktop, it's just going to be like, nah, fuck you. Your stream will be shit.
Yeah, that's kind of fair. It kind of taxed on mine too. It's one of the things that so there is a thing that I remember, like you know, the OVR tool settings.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that you can do with the OVR tool is that you can have it so that without having to keep looking at, like, bringing up, you know, the virtual desktop thing and stuff to look at chat.
Right.
You can actually use your OVR tools that has a streamer mode, whereas as long as you can put your chat on your wrist.
Yeah, I've seen people use it in the form of like having a phone with them. One of the people that I followed on Twitch a long time, the way they have a stream, you know, whenever they get anything in the chat, you know, you hear the little sound notification, they flip up, check their phone, see the chat, and be able to respond like that. Like it's so freaking cool. But I know they have way more tracking than what the Quest 2 would provide, if I remember right.
Yeah, that's why, like, it's a multitude of programs and stuff like OVR Kid and stuff.
Yeah, that's the game here in the Springs. Yeah, Tekken is the game over there. Well, that sucks. Driving a month, but Tekken now. Osu, now we just finished. They're trying to get a regional going here. Man, I wish them luck at it. In terms of like a tournament and stuff that's going down, I know that the World Serpent Championship, the WSC, the Blaze Blue CF tournament that I was talking about, I think that wrapped up tonight. Well, last night, but I'm gonna say tonight for the sake of it's still dark out and the sun hasn't risen for me just yet. Yes, some joke of I am the sun, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
You are the
I think one of the grand finals was actually Susan versus Susan. You can't escape the Susan hour. And
she's about to practice on you.
Well, it's short for Susan Oo. So big, powerful God, man.
Oh no, those dudes are beat up. They're sending help over there. Oh well, that's less dudes over here.
It's just nice that all of this stuff still kind of, it's nice that all this extra stuff works. Like, got some real King Crimson vibes going on. It just works. I'm able to play, like, I can play some background music if need be using this soundtracks thing and not worry about the DMCA on Twitch. I don't know so much about if I were to export it to YouTube. So that's going to be a later test.
YouTube is so iffy about it.
Well, I looked at the sites that they okay and curate the music from, and they use different distributor sites as well. So if it's things like DistroKid, one of the things that you're able to do is also put that music over to YouTube. Through YouTube, with it being distributed through DistroKid, that will also be considered like if you were to post that particular song through the YouTube video, you could find yourself with a copyright claim for that track because of the distributor and how it is put up on YouTube through them. So it'd be still like funneling money that way. What came to mind to me on my way to work today was that I was still trying to figure out what exactly would constitute as, hey, what style would be fitting for like Kiraku as a theme. And I just thought about all the artists that I've ever listened to. And it is, one of those it's been sitting in front of you this whole time type moments.
Yeah.
That's basically how it's been for me right now, because I'm just like, as I was thinking about it, as I was just going through the artists, I'm sitting here listening to one of the songs by the artist I'm about to mention. Like, wait, don't I fuck with Rukunetsu heavy? I'm always commenting on his works. All of his remixes are bangers. Everything has a slight DNB chill vibe to it. He does, well, you probably don't do it right now, but he has done commissions in the past, and I just be out here like, why don't I ask to commission him? Well, why don't I commission him for a theme? And this has been a passing question inside of my head long ago. And hello, Kitty King TV. I'm just shooting the shit with Fever and chilling with all of y'all for a second.
Nice to meet y'all, folks.
But yeah,
I do a show, but I'm not up for it right now.
It's fine. If you want Team Fortress 2 gameplay and very, very logic-based opinions, go check out Fever. The whole thing is FeverPitch. FeverPitch17?
Yeah, it's FeverPitch17. I play TF2 and I play a handful of other games. Like, it just alternates depending on what the schedule is and on what I'm most in the mood to like just do. Oh shit! Because like I'll play anything that's like big interest in me at the time. Right now, I'm trying not to suck at Friday Night Funkin'.
And fun fact, he's the reason I have the name I have today, because he's the one who's named me. Go figure.
Yeah, fair enough.
The long story is, it was a high school name. Short story, well, I guess that was the short story. Whoops. The long story was, he does art. He's drawn a lot of those that he deems close to him, and has once created a very elaborate story about it. Kiraku so happened to have been one of those characters.
Yeah, it's gone and faded at this time, but nowadays it's just a case of like I still make characters and stuff. Now I just do stuff like on occasion. Like now, it's just giving everyone a quirky nickname.
Yep. And I'm doing all right, Kitty King. Tired from work, but I'm doing all right. I hear a lot about TF2 having a bot problem. What's up with that? You can probably explain that better than me.
TF2 is like for the past almost 2 years, TF2 has just had nonstop bots from people looking to troll, and because Valve doesn't care about anything except Dota. Like it's literally a case of because Dota's got a new show on Netflix. It's got they're just kind of ignoring it now. Dang, I died. They kind of Valve has been kind of ignoring TF2 and Counter-Strike, even though they have a blatant cheater issue. And Valve's anti-cheat has been up but not updated in the past 2.5 years. Last time they updated the game was during the Jungle Inferno update, which was supposed to be like a update for the Pyro and a bit of balance changing. That was 4 years ago. And since then, they have just not touched the game. Like they haven't bothered it. They haven't. They did a couple of. They always update the localization files, but the game has such bad spaghetti code that Valve kind of doesn't bother. Even though Valve has a Source 2 that they've made, they said that they're not putting TF2 in it. And they also have that little system of they let their workers work wherever they want to and not where they have to. And of course, people always jump on the big project with the most pay behind it. And TF2 has 3 developers watching it at any given time. 3 people. The only updates TF2 gets is once a month when they make the full moon thing happen because Halloween mode. Besides that, they ignore the crap out of it.
Or if a prominent figure goes away like Mr. Maze.
Oh yeah. There was another time here's another thing. Valve did one thing about the bots last year. And you know the only reason Valve even did anything about these bots?
Why? See you guys.
Because so the people that were using the bots, they had very specific names called Valve N-word Killer.
Ah, right. It was very vulgar.
It was very vulgar, and they kept popping, and every single streamer was like, what the hell, Valve? How come you're not doing anything about this? So instead of fixing it, updating their systems or anything like that, this is what Valve did. They made it so that now you have to be pay to play to use chat, because the Valve N-word killer bots were just spamming the worst atrocities, and they were spamming terrible music and voice chat.
Right.
Valve came in, did that, and then disappeared again. They're like, "Hi, there you go. Now people want to associate us with these people saying N-word. But did you fix the game? Yeah, for us."
So many games I've yet to be able to try or play. Were you wanting to play? Unfortunately, I'm not able to, Ronnie. I explained it a few minutes ago, but all of my controller drivers are shot, so I only have keyboard and mouse access. I can't even use the fight stick. No, I can't use anything. So, and if I were to reset the computer, I'm just screw it, turning this thing off, and I'm going to sleep. But I do need to figure this stuff out because, well, literally, later on Monday, I would assume that we'll be fighting. Are we, Garen? Because if we are fighting, I'm gonna need a working controller. If I don't work a controller, I'll be pretty assed out. Oh, wait. Fuck. No, I can't participate. I have finals. This sucks. Oh, no, because if I take the break, I'm gonna be at it all night. So I have to be serious about this. Damn it! I was low-key looking forward to it. We're gonna see how it goes, but you gotta pass classes. Yeah, that's basically my predicament. If it wasn't for my job letting me take the week off for school, I would be in very bad. I would be in very bad town. I just hope that my focus hasn't deteriorated like all the way. Because even with like the first year or so off, a lot of times when I try and buckle down into the studying and understanding of my classwork, it just snaps right off. Like I genuinely can't do anything else except for that classwork. Otherwise, I won't. Well, not classwork, but the studying. Otherwise, I won't go back to it. Like I'll go studying this, and then somehow find myself immersed in like an hour's worth of either theory talking or wrestling or catching up with wrestling or freaking, hey, how can I improve my stream stuff? How can I how can I use this one video editing skill? How exactly do you mask things? It's odd. It's very odd.
Yeah.
I recently got Haven. I also got Near Replicant. Will I be able to play it? Don't know.
That game looks like it's gonna be fun to play.
I haven't even touched Automata, but I know it's like, if I remember reading the description right, Replicant was the prequel?
Yeah. It's a booty, like Near Automata, it's a bootyful game.
I know. Wait.
But it's also...
Yeah, I've never played... I never played Automata. I have it. How did you miss it? Garen, I've missed a lot of things. Like, I think I could safely say for the past 4 or 5 years, aside from just being too broke to buy the game, the main games that I've always played was BlazBlue, League of Legends, Final Fantasy 14, and if I could, Phantasy Star Online 2. And there are a few games in between that I've tried out and looked at, because I know Grand Blue Fantasy was definitely one of them, because it's like a fuck ton of mobile games. But as far as like single player experience, you get to sit down and enjoy this shit, I've missed it.
Oh yeah.
Like the only way I've experienced it was through the lens of other folks, watching a video, stumbling upon spoilers whether I wanted them or not, or just discussing things with Fever over here or whomever else play those games. Because he knows I'll probably I'll not get to it or I'll never get to it. So I'm okay with him like telling me about things that he's watched.
Lots of fun games and stuff I try to.
And it's hard to have those conversations in the other discourse that we're in because they hate spoilers, and understandably so.
Yeah.
Man, that just seemed like it'd be straight up your alley. Now, I've seen some of the gameplay on it. It really is. Because I still have to, at some point, marathon all the Devil May Cry games because I really like what I'm able to do in those games, but I never beat one, if that makes sense. And the ones that I've played was 1, like maybe the very first part of 2, a good bit of 3, because I think I had the Dante's Awakening for a moment, and I borrowed a friend's 4, and I think played like the first fight, Nero going at Dante or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And then I did like the first little bit of 5, and it was like, man, it'd be really cool if I streamed 5, and then I never streamed 5. And I even owned DMC Devil May Cry and not touched that either. Because, well, until Cat came out on PlayStation All-Stars, I was a Dante main. But when the team that did that game wanted Wacky Yahoo Shooting Man and they had to get Dante because that game was coming out and we had to promote it. I think that was the story why he was in PlayStation All-Stars. So I'm just like, damn. Yeah, it hurts to see. I just let Lily go on about it and don't understand. It happens that way. And I know a good plus to that is you do get to hear your wife be passionate about it. Like hearing someone you really care about be passionate, speak passionately or be excited about stuff, that could be the best feeling. A lot of times, more often than not. Because like former partners of mine, like I used to just listen to them go on and on about things they were really into. I ain't know shit about it, but that kind of excitement is really cool. But I still don't understand why I'm getting tank busted by the Square Enix office building. What are they smashing you with right now? And I still need to play Fury. The F-U-R-I game. I played like the tutorial and I really liked it. But once again, it suffered from man, I should really stream this. I probably shouldn't stream every game I play. In fact, I should probably just go ahead and be the damn Let's Play channel that I was meant to be.
Yeah.
Just keep the avatar, post the Let's Plays, and if people rock with it, it kind of just grows from there.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll help with growing the base. Golf with your friends. I only played that game once. And it wasn't with the people who initially asked me to play it with them.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll ever play it again. Eustace came out for Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. He's a charged character. A lot of people are having fun with him. Something about it feels weird for me, so I went right back to having a character crisis. In short, I hate this. Because basically Eustace is one of my top favorite characters, and the development he got in that anniversary event was fucking awesome. So they use his anniversary fucking design with the steel eyepiece and everything, and I'm like, that's so fucking cool. And I love when I pick up a fighting game and immediately get told who I'm going to play. I feel like there's a tinge of sarcasm behind that. But I did say that to you. I said, man, somebody that seems to fit your character would be that man right there. Old Vase Face. But I was definitely saying it from a personality standpoint and from me knowing you as a person. Because he was just he just fits you. Would put his entire fucking body on the line for the comrades that he cares for. And will tear you a new one with stupid fucking damage. And Eustace is literally the lone wolf archetype character. I mean, he's not so much a lone wolf anymore, but basically it was just like, yo, don't bother me, but I'm gonna put this paralyzing bullet through your squad.
He's pretty much just, I work alone.
Yeah, it's actually that. He's usually forced. He was forced to work with his partners a lot. And
it's like, I work alone.
Yeah.
Everyone that teams up with me only gets hurt.
Yeah, something like that.
Knew it.
And of course, later down the road, the development for him is he meets the main character, and as with everyone, slowly opens up because the power of friendship. And he has people that he wants to protect now. And for the sake of explaining the story, because I don't think you're gonna play the old way a minute. Who's all still in here? Okay, I think I can talk about it. So, for the sake of the story, you find out about his backstory during this anniversary event. And his backstory was basically the very folk that he worked for was doing like experiments.
Right.
The experiments that they were doing were similar to that of nuclear bombs. That's probably the best way I can put it. So with these nuclear bombs, when he was a kid, he lived in a very, very remote village. That village don't exist no more. He's the lone survivor. He's literally the lone wolf. So Eustace is like really closed off. He has some, because of the explosion that he's managed to survive, he's really sensitive to light in one of his eyes. And he just always sits alone and broods. And everyone usually calls him like sourpuss and just all those type of teasing names and such.
Yeah.
But he was damn good at his job because the same folks that was doing the testing found him, raised him, and mentored him to find out what the fuck happened. So the people that mentored him so happened to find out exactly what the fuck happened to his village at the same time he did. And they had to basically tell him like, yo man, don't fucking lash out at them. This ain't the time, this ain't the place. You know, eventually in the story, that gets resolved, but yeah, it was really good. It was really good. Isn't he like Vasaraga's and Zeta's boss? No. So the group that Eustace and all of them work for is called the Society. In the Society, what they initially did was find people with high aperture connectivity, compatibility. Kind of like how in Blaze Blue, when people can use like Ars Magus and shit like that, or not Ars Magus, Nox Victorious and shit like that, you have to make sure that you're really compatible with it, like your body can take that shit. Basically, there are certain people within a society called contractors. These contractors are able to wield very specific weapons that are as if you're making a pact with Primal Beast. Primal Beast in the world of Grand Blue is kind of like the big bad for humans, more or less. It's not so much like Final Fantasy's Primals where, oh, you're gonna temper me, I'm in danger. But more so of they're really fucking powerful beings that could fold your shit if they so much felt like it, or flip an island upside down. And since these islands are floating in the air, you don't want that to happen. With these contractors' powers, they all work together to deal with and investigate both Primal Beast activities and a certain splinter group that is sowing chaos for the sake of sowing chaos, which is called the Foe. To not go any further into it, because that's probably like way more information than I intended on sharing. Eustace, Zeta, Vasaraga, Beatrix. These four team together, and usually is in pairs, and more often than not, you see everyone that isn't Eustace paired up together. They all group together to deal with these certain issues, and each of their weapons are the weapons that they made a pact with. So Zeta's staff, her burning staff, Avarice, she's pretty hot-headed, basically. And Avarice kind of resonates with like that type of fire within her. And her development was basically she could burn herself very easily with how hot it could get.
Right.
Of course, later down the road, she's gotten better at that. Beatrix, her weapon is called Embrask. And basically, when the chips are down, Embrask is gonna go all out. Like, she basically has the trying to think of a good parallel, because it's like going beyond hell in 100% orange juice. It's like Yang taking enough damage in Ruby. You know how her semblance is like, oh, you beat up Yang, she's mad now, she's gonna punch your lights out.
Yeah, pretty much her anger increases her power.
I'm guessing that's why Vasaraga's armor breaks on his SSBA, overusing his weapon and whatnot. So with Vasaraga, as Grand Blue Versus explains, he has body modifications done to him. So he's already this built as fuck draft man that stands over everybody and always wears a fucking helmet. But he has alterations made to his body to where he's basically can feel no pain. And one of his main events was basically his weapon, his own fucking weapon, tries to take over that same body and basically alter him. And it's basically everything with this society can really be equated to, this is some Metal Gear shit, and this is pretty fucking cool. But yeah, basically the reason Vasaraga's armor would break in that is because the man is going all out, and yeah, he's unleashing like the full power of his weapon. And he's basically like, yo, I'm gonna blow up you and me with it if it means I get to protect who I care about. So every time he goes out there, he puts he's putting his life and body on the line just to make sure his homies make it back safe. Because like his backstory is that he used to have a whole group of people. They all died. And he couldn't save them. And that fucked with him to the nth degree. Like that really fucked with him.
Yeah.
And ever since then, he just got the body modifications done. He just basically was. He didn't speak much, but you knew he had your back. Then, you know, after meeting the main character, Don Cho, power of friendship, he knows what he wants to protect now and how he's gonna do it. And while it seems like reckless, it also hasn't failed him yet. I see why you advised him to me, LOL. Yeah. Like I said, Vasaraga just, as a character and as a person, felt like would have fit you. And because I was explaining, Zeta's hot-headed, she'll burn herself up. Eustace is a lone wolf, so he always has to suppress his emotions. Vasaraga, deep regret. And he ain't gonna lose nobody else ever fucking again. Except for that one time, but we ain't gonna talk about that. And Beatrix is just, while she's not in Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, you probably will see her with a Zeta story, Vasaraga story, and Eustace story as well. But Beatrix is, oh, I'm fucking great. And then she gets in trouble almost immediately. Or she fucks up tremendously almost immediately. She has like really bad luck, and one of the running gags where it's like that she gets bullied a lot. And the fact that her voice actress is also the voice of Haruhi makes it a double. It's great. But but the power that she has in her sword is like, oh fuck, we probably gonna die. Or, hey, there's lightning everywhere. I could most likely die to this. And then she basically unleashes the full power of her blade and almost damn near one-shot somebody.
Yeah.
So she's a really fun character for a lot of people. But thanks to Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, I have paid more attention to Zeta. So I'm kind of glad that she made it in over Beatrix, because I'm just like, damn, there hasn't been a moment where I was like, Zeta's bad or anything like that. It's like, once you put a little bit more attention on a character, I'm like, I see why I liked her every now and again whenever she showed up on the screen. So it's a good thing they don't put like the obvious characters into the fighting game. I wish they did, but they don't. And it's still not a bad thing, because I genuinely love Grand Blue Fantasy as a story concept, or as the mobile grindfest RPG game that it is. The goddamn fighting game hurts me a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm also dealing with the issue of, I was never good at Street Fighter type games. So since it's not an air dasher, I really lose out. I'm trying out Lancelot in that game to see if that may change a bit of how I feel about it. But that's, if I had to explain his character, that'd be a whole nother story. But basically, this character's playstyle in the game is a lot of mix-ups and a lot of jumping around. I gotta get some rest. Yeah. You do the same. Drink some water and get your mind right. You've been at this since I've known you, and you'll get to the other end. That's all I can do. Hell, the whole reason I even do this stream is the whole motto that I have is hitting continue at this rate. Because there was a time that I didn't even want to do that. So, you have a good night, Karen. It was nice talking with you, man.
Fake it till you make it.
I don't even think it's false confidence much anymore. There's a confidence. There's a confidence that's there, and I still make sure to try and see myself as bigger than what I am. I mean, not seeing it happen may may bum me out sometimes, but it's not the worst.
Understand.
Plus, I know I'm not doing enough, but at the same time, it's one of those. It's not like anyone's explaining exactly word for word, pound for pound. What is that hard work that you're doing? What is enough? What is everything in your power? Everything is in your power is what you're able to do. If
you ever watched that one episode of the Boondocks when Huey was asking Granddad about how they were like, he's like, what was he asked him, what if you can't do anything and there's nothing you can do? Granddad said you do what you can.
Yep. Yeah, because it was that episode, the man that was on death row.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just genuinely like, you can compare yourself next to those that have made it. You can feel envious, jealous even. You can drive it to make you do everything to where you burn yourself out. But just make sure you do what you gotta do to make yourself to make yourself happy and feel like, you know, I at least I fucking tried. And I know I gave it a good fucking go.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get that through, gosh, a lot of people's heads. You really can't. Like, the only thing they'll see is the glitz and glamour and not really think about what, you know, either what you really gotta do or just feel like, damn, you just got the world plopped right on your fucking lap. It's like, no.
Okay, it's like there are some, and then there are also like there are some people who just, you know, just completely luck out and get everything put on them, like Bad Barbie, that girl, the Cash Me Outside
Bad
girl.
Baby, yeah. I thought it was Barbie a long time too. Don't worry.
Yeah, but she freaking literally got lucky because everybody thought her being stupid and ignorant was funny. It became a meme. Somebody came to her and said, "I'm gonna be your man," and then she was set for life.
Yeah. I think still the most damning thing is that people actively and actually waited till they became 18, started up an OnlyFans, and just hit them up. But I know, I know that people are like inherently fucked,
horny. That too, and on the other end of the thing, like you've heard of Nux Taku, right?
Yeah, I heard of Nux. Give me my phone call.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I want my damn phone call. That's you know, that's the only thing I know him from. Like, I know he makes a lot of content nowadays, though.
Yeah, and here's the thing: like, he started out like he got big when he made something that was called, you know, the biggest flexes in anime.
Yeah, I watched those with you.
Like, yeah, and the biggest blanks in anime, like you know, power ups, flexes. All those became things that made people pay attention to Nux, because, you know, he was acknowledging a lot of different various anime that people, you know, and, you know, his personality was winning. He was very energetic. Everybody loved it. His editors always made him like a good screen cap, and he had, you know, he had a great persona going on.
Yeah.
And he kept going. He hit 1 million. And then he was also one of those unapologetic YouTubers who pretty much just goes, I don't care if you try to cancel me. I ain't gonna apologize for doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
And he pretty much literally goes out of his way to upset Twitter because he's like, I feel sad when I'm not being canceled.
Yeah. And I mean, that still brings the whole, any publicity can end up being good publicity at the end of the day. But it also depends on the severity of what the fuck you've done. And Nux is not an example of what not to do.
Yeah. And the thing is, so Nux put up a video on YouTube. And like, he put the video up, and the video was literally just talking about how getting big on YouTube and staying that way is one of the most stressful, mentally harming things you can go through.
Yeah. Yeah, you were telling me about that. Now we're talking about it live.
Yeah, right? So, like, Nux made an entire video. Like, he made an 1.5 hour long video going into great detail about what it's like to get big, like suddenly get big enough on YouTube to get the ad revenue and, you know, the affiliation, get them to start showing you on people's screens. And then Nux talks about the censorship, the copyright, the systems are so busted, so all over the place. You can hum a song wrong and they'll be like, wait, was that made by this company? Copyright.
Yep. Immediate monetization.
There are certain words, there are specific words, obviously, that you can't say. There are certain things you can't bring up, people you can't talk about. Like you can't say certain celebrity names without them trying to like just completely wreck you. And not only will that affect the video that you're currently working on, it will affect your next 5 videos.
Yep.
Like they will literally put in the algorithms like, oh, this video got demonetized, so we're not gonna show it. And because this video didn't do as well as the last videos,
yep.
Oh well, we're like
people
they're
don't
just
care
gonna
about you no more.
Yeah, and it's not even that people don't care about you. There's also like weird. They're also shadow ban people or shadow unsubscribe viewers from a channel that they believe shouldn't be up too much. But like
people are suffering from that on TikTok as well. So I know what you're talking about.
And then of course a lot of people don't really give much appreciation. Like you know, Nux talked about how like you know how it is in all his videos. He did at the beginning. He was like, you know how people say like, comment, subscribe. You know how much I was like, man, I hate saying that. And you realize that you gotta say that because people will watch your video and then forget about it.
Yeah.
And forget about you. You gotta tell them to do it from the get go because like once somebody reaches the end of the video, they will immediately click on something else. They won't even look at that like, comment, subscribe at the end of the video. You gotta put it in the middle or at the start.
Yeah.
You try to put it on like the end, and you're not.
You can look at genuinely all your favorite YouTubers that have been in the game for a while now, and whatever new way that has been to tie in asking people to like, comment, and subscribe, they've done it. They've even gone into their analytics like, did you know that only 68% of you have are actually subscribed to this channel? You'll be doing me a really good fucking solid if you fucking subscribe. If you don't, I will kick this phone or something like that. So I completely understand. Like there's new methods, there's old methods, and it's just the only way you can steadily grow because the attention spans of everyone isn't even a 10-minute video, a 10-minute long video, and that's the standard for like the YouTube times too. And
that's the standard YouTube necessity you need for them to even want to advertise you. Like you gotta, like they're like, oh, you gotta get watch minutes. You gotta get enough watch minutes. So it's like you can make 1 billion really good 2-minute videos, or you can like make 20-minute videos that nobody looks at. Yeah. And very high possibility because people will only stop and watch what they already know. Unless like it has to be something that has to blow up overnight or something that blows up really well. If it's not an already established name or thing, people will just be like, it's probably not interesting because I don't know what it is.
Yep.
People are like, you gotta get that. Like, and that's another thing. Like YouTubers talk about how they gotta clickbait their thumbnails now because people don't look at anything that looks normal. It gotta look crazy, unbelievable. Like, I drank this juice and became Among Us at 3 a.m. I was like, what the fuck?
Now that definitely something that'll get the kids' attention.
I was like, the kids don't even know. It's like, that's the name of the game, not the freaking kid. Oh, this is dumb.
We have imposter among us. I repeat, we have an imposter among us.
Exactly. But like, where was I going? So Nux puts up this video.
Yeah, you were still explaining the Nux thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Nux puts up that video explaining about like the extreme trial and error of doing this, how it affects your mental state, how you are sweating buckets over every single video you make. And of course, there was like a guy who was like, I don't want to hear a YouTuber that made it. I don't want to hear a YouTuber who got lucky complain about how hard it is on YouTube, where he could just be working a 9-to-5 job, and that's real hard. I'm just like, it's a different kind of hard, dude. But you can't just go ahead and invalidate what the hell he's saying. He's like, I don't want to hear a dude that got lucky complain about YouTube. I was like, do you know what he's talking about? No, I haven't watched the video. Do you know why he's complaining? No, I haven't watched the video. Then shut up. It's like you came here specifically to say, like, you could have just skimmed over the post, said to yourself, I don't want to watch him complain about it. But he came specifically on the thread to tell him, I don't want to see you complain about YouTube when you've made it big. And he's like, I've made it big, but now I'm fighting tooth and nail to keep it every day.
Like, the shit's true fucking stressful. Like,
yeah,
when people do make it big, hell, even the people that were famous back in the day, the people that we sat there and watched and had a good laugh with, everyone branched off to do the things that they really wanted to do. They did not keep their hat inside YouTube. And I know, like, in the case of Nux, that was no exception. I'm pretty sure he was also, doing stuff on Twitch and everything like that as well. And even keeping an audience over here is just like, that's wild. Especially in this day and age.
Nux, like, in keeping the audience, because like Nux lost a lot of audience because they were like, he's not making any more of those biggest flexes and animes videos. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dude, there's only anime he can watch it once and then spit out a video every week.
Yep.
And it's like,
some
and people just like
different formulas.
Yeah, and a lot of people, like, another thing when it comes to attention spans of people, like, whenever a creator wants to go, I don't want to just keep doing this one easy thing all the time. I get burnt out on it. I want to try different content. I want to try to do something different. I want to do something more interesting to keep me into it. And people are just like, no, just keep doing this one thing over and over again until I get bored with you.
Yep.
And
all right, niggas shooting.
Shit.
Yeah, this is what I have to deal with here. We need to get the fuck out of here. I'm so fucking sick of being here.
Yeah. And shit. I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about Nux.
Right. So one of the things that I would give absolute props to him about is the fact that this man kicks out like 8 videos. Like he kicks out like 8, maybe 8, 9, 10 videos a week. He has like 4 different editors, but he's on 2 podcasts. He pops up as a special guest and other stuff. This man does collabs with multiple, like, he has done collabs with so many various well-known people.
Yep.
He's done collabs with he's done collabs with VTubers, YouTubers, celebrities, and porn stars.
Yep.
And usually usually a lot of his content is either experiencing something alongside them or getting them experiencing something. And he's got so many, like, he's good friends with Brigo, and the dude from Anime Uproar, that they got that podcast together. He's on 3 podcasts right now because it's the Rant Cafe, which is the regular Rant Cafe, where they were talking about One Piece, Naruto, and Attack on Titan. Like, and they're literally just going through all the stories with one of the guys being a newcomer, and they're just discussing it like chapter by chapter. On top of that, all of Nux's collaborations usually, like, he has a special guest, he has fun talking to them, and like he always says that it's a pain to catch these folks in a good schedule to do these bits of videos with them. and get all of that content out. And when he's not doing those, he's doing live streams all the time where he reacts to something or content on Reddit made by his fan base or places that they suggest to him. Or he does another one where he watches videos they do. Like this, he does not stop. Like,
Yeah.
and he says
like
he
that
always
shit will kill you inside. It really will.
Yeah,
It's not for the faint of heart. Never has been.
and he keeps, and he talks on a regular basis about how like he says like doing just the biggest flexes in anime, just spitting out those videos is too easy, and he has no fun doing it.
Yeah.
Which is why he tries to make new content, and other people just like, oh, I don't watch his content anymore, and because I had lost interest. I'm like, fair enough. But you, like I say, if you know his reason why, you don't need to keep coming back and telling him that you stopped watching his content. Just stop watching his content and leave him alone. But you know, there's folks that's always going to be intrigued who are going to peek in to see, hey, did he make that one only thing that I like again on repeat? No. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, man, like when it comes to like just being famous, it's pretty much just do what everybody else is doing, put a slight twist on it, and then just wait. If you get big, you get big. If you don't, you don't. You might slowly grow off of it, because like every time I look at the TikTok stuff, it's just like a lot of TikTok memes are like, there's some folks who have some very established TikToks where they do their own like bunch of bits and stuff.
Yeah.
Their own unique bits, and they keep going.
So about TikTok,
what did you do?
One of the recent BS things that went on was one TikToker basically just taking, and I mean literally taking without credit, part for part, word for word, people's content and blowing up from it. And that's common in literally everything that happens.
Yeah.
And
there's one person,
and the fucked up part about it. Of course, it was a white man taken from black content creators and white content creators, but a lot of black content creators, and they blew up.
And they blew up, and now everybody who's like bits that he's stolen, and they're just like, that was my idea.
One person brought it up, and that particular person was threatened by the person that blew up.
They threatened him?
And when I say TikTok responded and just mocking and laughing at them, they did. But you want to know what that changed? Absolutely nothing. They're still big. They're still stealing content and using what they blown up from, because not everyone's really that wrapped up in it. People came to TikTok to scroll through the thing, see their 60 seconds of content or 15 seconds of content, and keep it moving. So they're making TikTok money now for leveraging from lesser creators.
And TikTok is like, well, we keep making money, so we don't care.
Yeah, we're raking in the dough. They're raking in the dough. This is cool. This is fine. Yeah. So it's genuinely be some by any means possible shit out here, bro. If you luck up and blow up, you get it. If you don't, tough. And I really hate that is how it works. Because you always need a little bit of luck. Like, no matter how talented or great of a content creator or artist that you are, without either knowing the right people, meeting the right people, or just being at the right place at the right time, you just don't get any higher.
I know recently when it comes to YouTube, a lot of people have been getting, like, of course, a lot of people have been blowing up because the biggest trend has been Friday Night Funkin'.
Yeah.
And like Friday Night Funkin' has been like, of course, there's been a lot of folks who like, play or are decent at rhythm games, and they're like, wow, this game's cool. And they had relatively tiny channels, but because of the fact that they kept kicking out Friday Night Funkin' content and doing all the mods, they're like, bro, I'm getting millions of views off this game now.
Go man, go man, go.
Yeah, and then there's like and all the different modders, and the mods themselves are incredible, and the game itself has blown up so hard that it's like the game itself blew up so hard that like it's got a Kickstarter that has already hit like 2 million.
Yeah,
in terms of support.
Yeah,
and like I'm very happy about that because of the fact that game has breathed new life into Newgrounds, a site that people arguably mostly go on for the go on.
They remember it fondly. Just leave it at that.
Yeah,
and some people actively use it even after the great Tumblr crash of whenever the fuck it happened.
Yeah. But like, there's so many content creators on YouTube, Twitter, and everywhere else that came from that started out on Newgrounds.
Yep.
Like Mr. Hair, or as we know as Mr. Senior Pello.
Yeah.
Let's see, Senior Pello, Ego Raptor, the guys that made Among Us.
Mm-hmm.
Creator of Super Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac. Guys make Castle Crashers and Outer Block Theater. Oni G. Like Oni Plays, Oni G. Freaking Iron Hansen of the Game Grumps.
You already said Ego Raptor.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Some people might not know that name anymore. Like folks of the newer, they were like, "Who's Ego Raptor?" I'm like, Iron Hansen of Game Grumps. Ooh.
Yeah, we are old.
Yeah, a lot of folks have like just made their bill, like became like started out there just for fun and trying to be creative, and then they just built up, went to YouTube and tried their hat there, and a lot of them really did make it. Other folks have found themselves some big jobs. There are some animations and animators that like I used to follow like to the T on Newgrounds that pretty much like disappeared because they were like, "Hey man, I got myself like a 6-figure job now. I'm not animating anymore. At least not this.
Yeah,
I don't have time to do this anymore because I'm getting paid."
Or they work for like their dream company and shit like that too.
Yeah.
Like, I do animations for Square Enix now. You what? Yeah. It's crazy.
Right? A lot of like I know they still do their, because of COVID, they still do their like they just popped up with a channel and they just started doing their own thing by Oni G, Oni Plays.
Yep. Oh, also like that whole little thing where you do need separate channels because it's going to be for separate audiences, and the algorithm will make you go fuck yourself if you try and use something that won't get as much views.
Yeah, if you try to, I don't know if you heard him, but Muselk.
I think you've told me about him.
Yeah, he recently became he became the sus Among Us face. That one meme where you see like the dripped out Among Us characters, but someone put like a very detailed, like someone put a dude's face behind it that's just staring at you from behind the helmet.
I think so.
He's the guy that got well known for like the moon rocks thing, like for like I think he like ate or licked a moon rock or something. But he's big on Fortnite and Overwatch and stuff now. But before that, he was one of the top Team Fortress YouTubers. He was a very well known guy because like he was always a soldier wearing a wizard hat with antlers coming out of it. He had a golden rocket, Australian rocket launcher. But he was one of the most hyped content creators in the game because he was really good at soldier. He hopped around and had his fun, and he would do crazy challenges in the game to entertain. Like he'll only use one weapon. He was like, "Oh, you got to get a 10 kill streak with this really sucky weapon," stuff like that.
Didn't you tell me about? Or isn't this the same person that you showed me some of his rocket jumping videos with, where he fucking rocket jumped across the map and then thwacked somebody with a fucking shovel for free?
Oh no, that's
else?
a sound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Soundsmith is one of the newer, well, I wouldn't say newer now. He's been around for like 2 or 3 years, but he's become one of the YouTube, like one of the DTF2 YouTubers, because nowadays, like maybe like every, like I want to say 3 or 4 years, the main group of folks involved with TF2 and making content will like switch up like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
Because like they'll go off and do other things, or they'll play another game. TF2 community will hate them for it, which is really fucking unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like there's a good handful of folks in the community. Like there's a lot, but every now and then there's just controversy. Like just like every community, a little bit of controversy will happen, and then a content creator will just disappear due to the BS that either they did or what happened around them.
Right.
Yeah, but Music was a well-known Soldier player. He's one of the he's in the millions now.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever someone huge puts attention on Valve, then they'll do something. Something, not usually something good, but they'll do something.
Yeah.
And he hopped in a game with TF2 and bots, sniper bots, everywhere bots. He joined, and then there was a point where he went through like 3 or 4 games of just like, these bots are following me through servers now.
Yeah.
And on the last game, he was like, finally a game of TF2 where we just get to play, and he's just sitting there playing. And then in the last 30 seconds of a game, somebody on the enemy team quit and a bot replaced them. And it was one of the same bots that was chasing him before.
Yeah.
And it's just a case of people, like a lot of folks in the communities, like I'm glad that Muzel came back and made this video about TF2, because he said, because like Muzel, he's more of a Fortnite player now, but he said TF2 is one of the games that made me big, and one of the games that I have spent most, like I still the game that I spent the most time on, and to see it in such a state is absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So you're hoping that they'll do something about that. And but like there's like recently, like I follow and play on the servers of a couple of big YouTubers, like 3 big YouTubers. One guy who basically became an up and comer, and his content was basically get 5 friends with him in a Discord,
right?
And they just go around and do gimmick fights. Like they would just go in groups and do funny gimmick stuff that I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
And one of his most well-known gimmicks was the attack of the Flavor Flav scouts.
Huh.
And it's literally just a bunch of scouts with bleed weapons.
They're all public enemy.
They're all public enemy. Yes, they find you. They hit you with multiple bleed weapons, and then they just run away while you die, because you can't catch them. You can't catch them. You can't heal fast enough, and bleed stacks in TF2.
Okay.
So you're just sitting there like taking like multiple force, just ding 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 ding, and the cleavers by themselves both do 50 damage on hit.
Yeah.
So like they had the Flavor Flav scouts, they had the they had the revolutionary soldiers, like a whole bunch of soldiers wearing like straight up knight helmets.
Yeah.
Running around with the big samurai sword, and all they were doing, they're just literally finding people, jumping them, beating, like slicing their asses to death, and just spamming Death's bolts in chat. Or like one time they had a group of snipers, and they were just called the Rifleman Redcoat Group. You've played, okay, Deuce. I know you might not remember like specifically, but you played on 2-4 a couple of times, right?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Okay, you remember down in the tunnels that you go to get back up?
Underneath, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Imagine you go down through those pipes in those tunnels, and then the moment you cross and you look at the stairs, you see 6 snipers all posted up. And looking at you.
So basically, I'm dying. Thank you forever.
They pretty much just posted up in that spot. And they were doing red coat stuff. So it's pretty much 3 of the snipers would take a shot. While they're reloading, the other 3 snipers take a shot. And their names were Red Coat 1 through 6. Red Coat Commander and Red Coat 1 through 6. 1 through 5. And they were just anybody that was dumb enough, like unlucky or dumb enough to go down there going for a health pack or some ammo. They got aired out, man.
Yeah.
Like there was a couple other things like Sound Smith has a couple ones like there was just funny stuff to this day that like you have a certain loadout. You're known as that particular thing. I was a scout with with a long range gun and 2 bleed weapons, and people started calling me the Flavor Scout. So I was like, oh, we got a Flavor Scout. And like it's funny how the community keep just bringing up stuff like, cause like it's not even Valve keeping the game alive, it's the fucking community.
Yeah. Like
nowadays, you try to get you go to a community server, there's gonna be bots. So everybody usually will go onto a community server that a big YouTuber put together. And the most probably the most well-known tier 2 YouTuber besides, your boy Lazy Purple.
Right.
Who makes those damn hilarious How It Feels videos is Uncle Dane. Who's probably who's tier 2's most well-known and badass engineer main.
Right.
He's a dude that legitimately makes I was somebody that already played engineer, and I learned a couple things from watching him because I was just I play engineer all the time anyway. But this dude got some tricks. And then you see, because of him, other engineers have really stepped up their game.
Right.
Or they try to hard copy him and get their asses. Cause there's a difference, and there's a difference between Uncle Dane doing what he does and other people trying to do it and getting you whooped in game.
Yeah.
This man is you know how engineers can use the rockets from their sentry to jump, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Uncle Dane knows how to sit on top of a mini sentry and use that bitch to fly.
Wait, he can fly in the mini sentry?
No. Okay, so the game, you know how the game's got its own physics and stuff, knockback and stuff from bullets and other weapons and stuff.
Right.
Whenever a sentry is shooting you down, even while you're Ubered, the knockback from the amount of bullets you're getting hit with is still making you slow down a little bit, right? Uncle Dane, he wasn't exactly the one that I don't think he wasn't exactly the one that invented it, but he definitely mastered it. Right. If you put a Wrangler and sit on top of a mini sentry, and if a medic overhears you, if you aim it right, literally aim that beam up your booty hole and jump, crouch at the same time as you making that thing shoot, it will send you flying.
Huh.
right? And Dane figured out how to make it do that, sending himself flying, be all the way behind the enemy team, and then he just throws down a mini into behind you, and you're just like, where the f did he come from? Dane even figured out a very specific sentry jump he was able to do where if you sit in a certain spot, you can clip inside of your own sentry.
Right.
And Dane was able to, apparently, like when you clip into your sentry, like he clipped into the sentry, he hit himself with some sentry rockets, and then the moment he got the chance to, and he picked that bitch up, he was able to hold that momentum from the rocket hit, fly all the way behind the enemy team, throw down a level 3 and build it as fast as he can, and then all they hit was beep beep before they got ripped. Like he's figured out a lot of things because, like, of course, that's his most played class, and he has a lot of fun. And he has a lot of fun experimenting and finding out stuff he can do. And in terms of like stuff going on in the TF2 community, like folks like him, Lazy Purple, Sam Wiz, and a bunch of other folks they're helping keep the community alive by giving them somewhere to go to play the game.
Yeah.
Because like there are people that just want to play the game without having to, start the game and get headshot from across the map by sniper bots. And Valve is just ignoring it. Like, and because of the last update, the Jungle Inferno update, when they had the pyro, when the pyro got the update, the game had more players pop up. Like they had an all-time high number of players pop up back for this update.
Right.
And so like the most concurrent members of TF2 before the Jungle Inferno update was like 25,000 at any given time, right?
Right.
Wait, no, it was always 25,000 at any given time, and like I think like 30,000, like 40,000 max. When the Jungle Inferno update hit, I think that should all, like, the number of players in the game climbed up to like 50,000 because a lot of people came back. Right. And Valve was like, I thought it'd be bigger. And then after that update, Valve didn't give too much attention to the game because they were like, oh, that update didn't give us enough attention. I thought we'd be Overwatch big. Speaking of which, when Overwatch dropped, that's when TF2 dropped that very crappy competitive system because they were like, oh, people like competitive, we'll put it in now that Overwatch is out. But the system was terrible, it's buggy, and bots can get into it.
Yeah.
So, after that update, with more community members and folks in TF2 putting out their own videos and making the game look good, not Valve, the number of players per game started to go up, and then the crate depression on TF2 happened.
So what was the crate depression?
All right, so with one update, with one of the like updates, Valve accidentally made it possible for asspecific like 5 different crates you open would always give you an unusual.
Wait, actually, weren't you telling me about that when that happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, yeah, Valve made it so that like Valve, I don't know, it was in the coding or something, someone screwed up, but somebody found out that they opened up like one type of crate. You always got an unusuals, and any unusual by itself is worth $20, sometimes $200.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everybody, and I mean the day after everybody found out about what crates worked, of course everybody was like, I'm getting me some hats. So pretty much, of course, a bunch of YouTubers like, Valve, y'all need to fix this like real quick because if you don't, the TF2 economy is going to crash hard.
Yeah.
And because like everything's gonna be worthless, or at least everything from that specific group is gonna be worthless. Everybody's gonna be running around with stupid amounts of expensive shit or stuff that used to be expensive, and everybody that misses out on it is gonna feel absolutely fucked over because they didn't put in $5 just to get a key.
Yeah.
So I got myself a couple few unusuals out of it too. And I'm actually kind of like, I'm sad that I wasn't able to get as many, but Valve was nice enough to go, look, this wasn't supposed to happen. And everybody was over there like, Valve's probably gonna get rid of the items or some shady shit. So Valve pretty much goes, we're gonna roll back everybody's purchases that got all of these crates and expensive stuff. And everybody was like, but you get to keep the first unusual you unboxed. And everybody was like, yeah, all right, yeah, you know what? That's pretty cool. I get my money back. I still keep it unusual. And it was like, shit, they kind of handled it pretty well. And they also to make sure they was like, and it was like for everybody that went off and tried to sell those hats, that shit got rolled back too. So like there are a lot of people like for one thing, if I remember correctly, now I remember people that bought all these hats and then put them up for sale or tried to, they made them unsellable and untradeable, so they couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because there are people who are ready to just go, fuck all y'all, I'm about to make all the money. And it was like, by the way, if you put up all these hats for something to get past the system because you knew we were going to roll it back, every hat you have is untradeable. So if you tried to go out and scam people, too bad. You just got a lot of expensive hats now for the low price of whatever a key costs. So yeah, for the people that tried to keep it and abuse it, they're stuck with a very expensive backpack that they can't get rid of because there were a lot of duplicates and stuff. But it usually took something like that to make Valve act. The fear of losing money or good publicity. Not the actual community or the game working. They're like, no, we lose money, then we'll care. But the community and everybody involved in the community keeps it, because like to this day there are source filmmaker, animators,
right?
Content, like there's so many different content creators. There's a pretty good spy main named Silent Man Joe.
Right.
This man just went out and made a Friday Night Funkin' video, which also combined itself with a current very annoying TF2 meme.
Right.
Which is the gaming meme right now.
Is that the gaming meme?
So there's a meme going around with TF2 because like somebody just found a picture and someone saw a picture of something and they thought it was funny, and then everybody in the community was like, we're gonna copy that and just run it into the ground. And it was literally a red team spy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Disguised as an engineer, and the engineer's name was Engineer Gaming.
Okay.
And it was like the engineer. So it's like on the entire screen you saw disguised as Engineer Gaming, the player Engineer Gaming, Century built by Engineer Gaming, and then of course everybody else was looking at it was like Engineer Gaming, Engineer Gaming, Engineer Gaming, and they just started repeating it. Right. And then other people started, doing spy gaming, pyro gaming, demo, and like right. There was one. The other one that became big was Demo Night TF2.
Right.
and it's literally just a demo night that says demo night TF2 every time he killed something. Like he just rush up, come around the corner, slice your head's gone, and then you just see demo night TF2 in chat. And that just became the joke. And like recently there's a there's a recent video that got put up that was just straight up called Engineer Gaming, and it was an engineer just finished, like they just won a round, and then he went back, sat down in front of his computer, right? And he's like, all right, time for Engineer Gaming. And then another engineer spawned in and said, Engineer Gaming. Another engineer spawned, Engineer Gaming. What? Engineer Gaming, Engineer Gaming, Engineer Gaming, Engineer Gaming, Engineer Gaming, Engineer Gaming. Please laugh. Engineer Gaming, Engineer Gaming, Engineer Gaming.
Engineer Gaming.
And it's a joke that people have been running into the ground. I thought it was kind of funny when I glanced at it. I was like, that's kind of funny. It's everywhere, and I fucking hate it. I guess one thing I can kind of say is like, I don't see the fucking Lemmy bind everywhere.
Yeah.
They used to do that every time they got a kill. Also, there was it. Also, I think the song that is associated with Engineer Gaming is Robot Rock.
This song is what?
I don't know why. Okay, Robot Rock by Daft Punk. That's just associated. Like whenever you hear someone go Engineer Gaming, just out of nowhere. Right? Oh shit. Oh,
what's up?
Yeah, I found it. I found the video. Watch it if you wish. It's only like it's only 18 seconds.
Okay.
Apparently the animator wanted to do a little bit of challenge, so they had that many engineers rendered on the map at the same time, just to see how far they could push their computer.
If it'll show up properly for me.
Engineer Game.
And then pull back up the stream stuff.
Okay, so the joke from Engineer Gaming was the engineer's name was his picture was an engineer. It said Engineer Gaming, and he kept saying Engineer Gaming in chat. And that just became a meme.
Supposed to put this in theater mode? No. Oh, I think I see what happened with my video view. Wait, no. It's just a video. It's just I also have chat in the way. Okay, cool.
Your chat is blocking the hilarity.
Engineer Gaming. What? Engineer Gaming. Engineer Gaming. Please laugh.
Please laugh.
I told you.
Oh goodness me.
Engineer Gaming. Engineer.
Please laugh.
And that's just and someone
That is the most I am begging you.
please This is 40,
that
right?
has the same fucking energy as please clap.
Exactly. And everybody's like, just sitting there like, please laugh. Wait, come to think of it, is there any way you could hold on? I see. And just
Hey, homie. What's going on? Yeah, wait, we're just playing LOL. Well, I'm not playing. I'm just reviewing skills right now.
engineer gaming.
But it's nice to know that y'all were just going off. Like, I'm just reviewing like stuff that characters are able to do. Me and Fever have been talking for the past like 2 or so hours, just anything. So that's why it's still a just chatting stream. It may have Eternal Return up, but I was just reading some stuff over too.
Yeah, I was having myself a good chat. Went to my bill.
You say bro or bo? Gonna hop on league now? Y'all have a good time.
No. I have yourself some good league. Enjoy yourself.
I mean, the League of Legends fighting game will come eventually.
Didn't they did announce that.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing like in-person testing now.
You were like, hey people, does this suck? Yeah, probably.
Does this suck? No, it's pretty good. It's gonna be mad esports.
Yeah.
House was about love.
I mean, they did get like the people that did the not Metal Revolution. No, I think that is the name of the game. Burning Revolution. It was a good, pretty cool robot fighting game, and they were scooped up. So we'll see what happens.
I remember house when house grew from the roots of house. I remember house when house was soul music and R&B before house was
okay.
Before house was disco. I remember house before the super clubs. I remember house when people wrote the lyrics of house.
Apparently, folks have been retweeting my opinions on Invincible. I'm sure you've heard about it, but have you wanted to watch any of it?
I'm not gonna act like I'm above it or anything. It's just I've never saw myself half the time to be like, yo, I'm gonna watch this.
Fair enough. Invincible is, well, it's been one of the more reacted to things, especially the first episode. They got everybody's attention.
Yeah.
And like, it's really good. Like, I've been watching, like, it's one of those shows that I'm afraid ain't gonna stick the landing, you know?
Right.
Because, like,
is that what they were tweeting?
So, okay, I tweeted my opinions on a recent episode because, you know, Daito Modachi?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about how, like, he's like, hey, man, I really like this. I'm really liking this show, but this recent episode has me character now. And I was like, and I go into a little bit of a tangent about how I was like, man, yeah, I hate this character too, purely because of the fact that this character was written a little bit ass backwards at this end just to make some drama happen.
Right.
And I was like, that was a bit. I was like, man, the build up. How could y'all do this? Y'all could have just let this character be great, but no. And now it's right now a lot of people are really hyped for what's going to happen next, but they're disappointed in how it got there, because like when you saw two characters on screen, the first thing that came to mind was like, oh, they're gonna hook up, and it was like, oh, the main character's in a relationship with a girl, so she's the stepping stone to get to the other girl when it eventually fails, right? That's what it felt like, you know?
Yeah.
Amazon introduces ability to pay with your hands. Immediately sees that one picture of old dude squaring up.
Yes.
Imagine. Can you imagine, like if maybe that's why all the delivery folks be trying to get out quick.
Found you.
The system was always there. But now that people found out about it, they like, man, I gotta go. If I don't, this dude's gonna try to burn my fade, and I got work to do. Like you just, like you got a delivery dude. They trying to get it there 2 hours early, but you waiting in your living room, looking out the world. It's like, man, if he even get close, it's like all he got to do is put his foot on that stoop. He's on my property now, and then I get to pay with my hands.
Yo, where's my tip? Oh, it's right here. You gonna get your tip, all right? You gonna get your tip.
Like, you gonna get your tip? Come on. And the dude's like, come on, man. I done fought 5 people on this route. I'm trying to get the lunch. He said, you gonna eat these hands? I'm gonna feed you. Don't worry. Oh man! I'll tell you one thing. That'd probably be an easier way to pay. Like everything could. If everybody could just pay their dues through hands, it's like. I mean, the companies are probably going to hire MMA fighters, but still.
Still going fucking hard. Oh man, I just saw a somewhat disturbing video. Slide. Purchase save plan slide. Thick cafe.
Oh, that video makes me extremely uncomfortable.
About like the most recommended for this current patch. Rick Cathy build, solo and duos. I'm still looking into the Eternal Return game. Just trying to see whenever I do pick up the game again and stream it, like what should I be looking into?
I need to try to do like a couple collab streams or something once or twice. I don't know what we'd be able to play together though.
I'm wholly against it, but that would just mean that I'd be stepping in to play TF2 with you. It's the only thing I think we do play at the same time.
True, but it might be a bit more difficult because like all the servers I do frequent, usually around the time of day that I try to get in, it's a hassle just to get itself.
Yeah.
Like those are the crowded servers and people. I mean, we might be able to hop in a man versus machine server and see that.
Yeah, but don't catch me too late because I may fall asleep mid-run.
For like usually the Team Fortress Tuesday streams are evening.
I know we'd have to wait a bit later since the whole finals week thing.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm open to do collaboration shit with you, man.
Yeah.
You know, my regular times was the Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Yeah, we can also do like
Tuesdays are actually meant for those other meetings.
Oh yeah. We could also do a come think of it, might be able to stream some of that sometime too. Like do the VR chat thing again.
Oh, yeah. We can stream Misadventures in VR chat. We play VR chat together. We could literally walk around and talk to people. Oh, fuck. I'd have to figure out how to not allow 18 plus things to occur.
Oh,
I know it's something with like safety settings, but I also need to be careful to not accidentally stumble upon it myself.
Oh wait, no. You can so with your safety settings, you can completely block out everybody. You can see both sound and visual wise, and only folks that are your friends will show up. And you can also click on the person's avatar and completely show specific people if you want to be careful.
Yeah.
It's something that I do now because of the fact that I crash like every time I hop on VR chat. Like, because there's like a data limit to how much you can do.
Yeah.
You also got to be, and you definitely want to be careful around people that do certain sounds and stuff, because like people will play so much copyrighted music, me included. Because you know what song I want? Like I know it's probably still copyrighted, even though it's old as all hell. But I play it it's kind of like my going around creeping on people in VR chat song. I play the Pink Panther theme.
Yeah.
So like, and you know what my favorite thing about that song every time I play it in VR chat?
What?
I don't think there isn't a single person 20 and up that don't know that song.
It's like age check. What's that? Up, get the fuck out of my face.
Yes, I play that song I will literally just sit there and play the song and I just hit people. And then everybody else just come over there and it's like just they start singing. The person like, what the fuck is that music coming from? They turn around, oh, what the fuck? What the fuck are you playing? I was like, and then I just stopped the music. I just stopped the music, and the next thing you heard was, oh brother, this guy stinks. Oh, that was a good time. Like I got a bunch of funny sound bites and stuff that I like to play. Because there are a handful of times where I would just wander around VR chat, don't say and mute myself, and then I only respond in various stuff. And one of the easiest ways for me to get eyes on me to a room now is like, what game was it from? Was it Capcom vs SNK? Was it Street Fighter? It was a Capcom game. But imagine you're just sitting in the middle of a VR chat room and then you just hear, here comes a new challenger. And his name is Joseph.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many people either clapped or wanted to kill me.
Among Us.
I really don't like. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I was walking around with like a drip. Of course they put that in the game, but like I walk around as a drip Among Us, and of course they got red, blue, yellow, and purple already just available.
Yes.
And every time you enter the chat, you just hear the dun 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 dun. You just hear a remix. But one of my favorite things that I found that I could do. So of course, there's been people going around making drip out.
Right.
And like, of course, it started out with the drip Goku avatar where he just dun, dun.
Yep.
And as I keep going, somebody has dripified every single My Hero Academia model. Every character. And just drip them out. There's an All Might just called All Drip. Everybody else's costumes are changed or just changed to the color, right?
Right.
All Might's costume is him still wearing what he's wearing, but he just put on a jacket. But my recent favorite one that I grabbed was Dripperoff. It was just Sephiroth wearing forces, dude.
Just Sephiroth. Is he wearing only forces?
Okay, there's two versions. There's Sephiroth with no shirt on, with the wing out, wearing forces. He's wearing some red and black forces. Red, black, and white forces. And when you make Sephiroth pull out his sword, you hear a trap remix of One Wing Angel start playing. And then there was one there was so that was I think that was Sephi Drip. And then there was Dripperoff, the One Wing Drip.
The One Wing Drip.
Oh no, One Drip Angel. It's Sephiroth. Still got his full coat on, but that shit's made completely of Gucci. His jacket's made completely of Gucci. The Sephiroth trap remix plays automatically when you switch to him. And he's just got a Supreme headband on. And he got the red, black, and white on. I was just terrorizing people. Cause like there's one or two people that hate the fucking drip meme because they start laughing. So we were playing VR Among Us. And every game, at the end of every round, the moment I saw that victory or defeat screen, I will immediately bring up the VR chat menu and switch to a different drip avatar. And every time they got more mad than the last one. Oh, good times. Oh man.
Oh my. Guess it is kind of winding down.
It's been a couple hours. I'd say it'd be a good stream for like podcast stuff.
I mean, that's technically something that we've said that we'd do something along the lines of so long ago. Ah, fuck, that was the last thing I needed to test, and I can't test it technically. Last thing I need to test is the ability of, like, speaking in chats and having the, having the ability of people's voices lighting up when they speak using the Discord overlay and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The guy was supposed to have done that.
Right.
So that big oopsie whoopsie on my end. I've made a fuck.
Oh, I just read something. So I found out something hilarious. So you remember Fleece Johnson, also known as the Booty Warrior?
Yes.
So apparently, his name Count Dankula. I think he's kind of well known. But apparently, he said he spoke to a corrections officer who worked in the same wing as Fleece Johnson.
Right.
Apparently, this man hates the Boondocks because he said he flies into a blind rage and beats up anybody if they so much as mention this scene from the Boondocks or if they call him Booty Warrior.
Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough.
Yeah. And dude's like, yeah, I just found out about this. I also just found out he was released in 2015. I need to hide. Oh man. Does he have a Twitter? He said you better hide before your ass get everybody hide before your ass get ate. But yeah, I forgot. Felice Johnson has been out of he's been out of prison for like 6 years. Don't nobody know where he is, but they're probably afraid that they don't. Where's Fleece Johnson 2021? Somebody else was already asked this.
Yeah, I feel like this may be a good point. Simply just a random test, long time stream.
Right.
Please understand that the vibes is okay vibes. I'm not even gonna do the outro. I'm just going to send you guys to my sister, as she is apparently doing dailies at nighttime. So,
At night.
Raid. Yeah, whoever came through, or whoever is still here, thank you for coming through.
I'm still
You
here.
y'all really didn't have to do that. But normally when it says test stream, you know it's gonna be some shit. So, all that in mind, I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys off to old Gabby, old Gabriel over here, and
Get him. Beat him up.
y'all be
Take his money. Subscribe to him.
whatever. Yeah, people can subscribe to them. They are an affiliate. I'm not.
Take his bit money.
I'm not. an
Give him
affiliate.
bit.
I could be an affiliate. All I gotta do
You're
is
getting it.
do the taxes thing. I don't know how to do that.
Hey, do the what?
You have to just know like your social security and a little bit of extra information. So
Hey, I might be able to do that.
I'll send you some links once this is passed.
Hey, much appreciated.
それでは、またね。